So you want to buy a Kodiak, formerly Quest Kodiak. Quest was bought out in 2019 by Daher. Anyway, Kodiak is a very serious business bush plane, or STOL plane. It can take off in less than 1,000 feet. Wait a minute, STOL planes I watch on YouTube can take off, climb to 200 feet, and land again in less than 1,000 feet. Yes, so what makes Kodiak, or any plane, a STOL plane? Good question. I don't know if there's a de facto answer, but in my opinion, the STOL bush planes are those that take off short relative to their weight and have chunky tires. DC-3 is considered to be a bush plane by many. It takes off in nearly 2,000 feet, which is short for a 12-ton airplane. DC-3 can lift 2 Kodiaks. Interestingly, Kodiak can lift almost exactly 2.5 actual Kodiaks. Anyway, Kodiak isn't competing with Kit Fox, nor is it competing with DC-3. It's competing with the Cessna Caravan. A quick glance tells us that these two planes are in the same business. So what's the difference? Before we check the performance, the main differences are horsepower. Kodiak has more than the Caravan, less than the Grand Caravan. Kodiak is also lighter. Caravans are slightly shorter inside and 8 inches wider. Because of this, Caravan can carry passengers 3 across, granting higher seating capacities. But let's talk performance quickly. Here's the numbers, but it boils down like this. Kodiak has more power, is lighter, narrower, ergo less drag. That translates into being a little bit faster, take off a little shorter, and carry a little more. In my personal fantasy land, my Kodiak has floats. Applying floats to our contenders just reduces performance and increases coolness by a similar margin across the board. Buying a new Kodiak tends to be a little more expensive than a similarly equipped Caravan, and they appear to depreciate a little faster, possibly because of the confidence, vast support network, and familiarity offered by Cessna, but that's speculation. Individual costs are nearly the same as Caravan. These planes are very similar, but the differences they do have don't translate much into difference in cost. Generally, it's a pricey piece of equipment. They both run Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6 engines. Kodiak has a little more horsepower, which equals a few more bucks over the very long term. If you went with floats, you can increase your maintenance and annual costs by a little bit and insurance costs by a big bit. At the end of the day, how you choose between the Kodiak and the Caravan boils down to this. If you've got a particularly short runway or a shortest runway with mountains all around and you're looking at lifting some serious cargo, Kodiak may be your plane. If all things are equal and you have access to a slightly longer runway, Caravan's probably the way to go. So how often does one's mission justify going with a Kodiak over a Caravan? Well, in 2022, Cessna delivered 71 Caravans, and in the same year, Daher delivered just 17 Kodiaks, so not that much. That's Quest Kodiak. Thanks for watching. See you in the next.